What's up, guys? Today we're going to work on Scarfhold, which is a pretty strong position to get some arm submissions on the arm that you're isolating. So, Chelsea, let me get you down. So, we're going to be here, okay? If I'm in traditional side control, the way that I'm going to transition to Scarfhold is pretty simple. I'm going to slide this hip through, and I'm going to remove this underhook and go underneath the head, right? So I can lift the head, go underneath it. Now I'm in my Scarfhold position, okay? Now, one thing you want to do here is you don't want to be too high up. You don't want to be too high up here, okay? One, it makes it easier for them to wiggle out, to use their hips and body to turn and wiggle out. Also, when I lean back, right, I'm not putting as much pressure on them, right? You still breathe? How's this?
A little bit.
A little bit? You gonna breathe a little bit? Okay. I'm gonna go a little bit lower. I'm gonna go about right here on the sternum. And now I'm gonna lift them up. How's that? So she tapped, right? So if you place your body positioning really well, you might even be able to get a submission. Now, I am a lot bigger and stronger than Chelsea, so that does play a role. However, if you're about the same size or perhaps a little bit bigger, if you place yourself really well on someone that's been rolling for a while and is tired, you might be able to get a submission. I will comment on this is how Josh Barnett submitted Dean Lister. So this is a legit submission. You just got to place yourself perfectly here. Lift the head up, lean into it. Right? Sometimes you can get a submission like that just by crushing their rib cage and suffocating them. Now, that's not what we're going to do here, though. We're going to isolate this arm. So I'm going to lean back. I'm going to lift the head up. I'm not going to put all my pressure here because I do want to isolate the arm. Now, one common thing that people will do to stop you from grabbing is they'll connect their hands, right? If they connect their hands, well, I can't break this grip with just this. So I'm going to do something else. I'm going to take this hand, I'm going to make a fist, and I'm going to punch choke her. Okay, so I'm just going to punch choke her here, and she's going to defend, right? Because if she doesn't, she's going to get submitted, right? So she's going to remove her hands to defend, right? To defend. When she does it, I grab. I grab just like this. Now, look at the bend in her elbow. Her arm is bent towards her head. So the first submission I'm going to do here is my Americana, okay? I'm going to bring my leg over the top of her wrist, right? And now, go very slowly here, guys, when you do this in live rolling, because this comes on very quickly. I'm going to crunch this leg in, just like this. See, I already got a tap. And I'm going to go a little bit looser here so you guys can see the full motion, right? I'm not just crunching in, I can also bridge into it, right? And look, I went super loose onto this arm. I'm not even on the wrist, I'm on her hand, okay? But if you get someone who's particularly flexible, you can do both of those things. You can curl it in and you can bridge your hips up just like that, right? But typically, you want to be all the way over the wrist. Now it's going to be very tight. Look, I bet just by dropping my leg down, I can get a submission. So it's a very, very tight submission, guys, and everybody has different ranges of shoulder flexibility. So if you're putting this, don't be a hero. If you're putting it on someone, make sure you do it nice and slow, okay? Now, let's say I try to go here and she straightens her arm as a defense. Well, the next logical solution is the armbar. I'm going to keep my hip just below her elbow, and I'm going to bring my other foot over the top of the hand, push down here. Now, what if she turns into me, right? What if she turns into me like this? The next one I'm going to do is my kimura. Now, for this one, I'm going to slide my hip up closer to her shoulder, okay, just like this, and I'm going to make an S with my legs, just like that. So look, my hip is just on her wrist here, okay? Now, the kimura is like this, and that's exactly the motion that I'm going to mimic with my legs, okay? I'm going to lift this leg up like this into her shoulder, and I'm going to slide this leg and hip forward, okay? So watch what this does to her arm, just like that, okay? So let's do it again, right? This leg lifts up, right, to create pressure on the shoulder and tighten it up, and this hip slides forward, just like that, okay? And that causes that same break to the arm. So kimura here, armbar, Americana, Josh Barnett. Oh, you found the wrong place. There you go. So you got to find the right place, right? You got to make sure you find the right spot on their sternum when you apply. Now, the last one that I'm going to do is the Peterson. Very similar to this style of choke. I'm just going to make it even worse, right? Perhaps I'm elevating them and I still haven't finished them. I'm going to grab their leg here and I'm going to bring my hands to the inside of my thighs. And now I'm just going to pinch my knees together. Just like that, right? Adductor squeeze. Pinch, just like that, okay? One more time. I'm here on the sternum, lifting them up, trying to pressure tap them. Now I'm going to go underneath the leg and catch here. And now I just pinch my knees in, right? Gets gets you an even worse compression than normal. Last submission from here. This time it's the last one, I promise, guys. So we've got all our arm submissions. We've got our compression. We've got our Peterson choke. Now, right, I'm going to attack the arm, or at least I'm going to make her think that I'm attacking the arm, and I'm going to push this across, slide my hips back, right, adjust my position. Now I've got an arm triangle, and I can attack this as well. So you have a wealth of attacks here, guys, that you can switch between. All the arm attacks, kimura, armbar, Americana. You've got the compression, you've got the Peterson choke, and you've got the arm triangle. So there's tons of offensive things you can do from here. So I think this is definitely one of the side controls that you should put into your arsenal, especially if you're a big guy and you're good at applying your weight on people. Make sure you guys pick up this sequence. It is very valuable. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you click that notification bell. Make sure you click that thumbs up button. All this stuff helps us spread the video out, guys. If you guys like the content that we produce, make sure you help boost us in the algorithm, right? Share this video with your friends. Share this video with people who maybe are looking for other things to do from Scarfhold. This is their favorite position, okay? Thanks a lot. Also, make sure you guys check us out on Rumble. They are a censorship-free alternative. We are growing there every day. We have almost all of our videos on there as well. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you next time.